Welcome to Chillingham Castle, said to be the most haunted castle in the UK, and quite possibly the world. Chillingham Castle boasts some of the highest levels of paranormal activity in the entire country. With a large collection of spectres and apparitions spotted by visitors over the years, it's built quite a reputation, with people reporting feeling hands on their shoulders and other body parts, suddenly feeling cold and freezing out of nowhere. Electronic equipment such as cameras and sensors playing havoc in certain rooms. Poltergeist activity with props and furniture literally seen being moved on its own. Chillingham Castle boasts some impressive history. Built 12th century, with much of the structure remaining as it was. What would we find at our stay at Chillingham Castle? Welcome to Daz's Ghost Hunt. It just closed. Here's the door that fucked that. Nah, I'm out. Was that you? No.
It was behind you,
We had arrived at Chillingham Castle, and we were eager to get inside and get going. With so many rooms to cover, and so many myths to bust. And before we get into this amazing location, I wanted to talk to you guys about my US tour, and I have applied a 15% discount code to celebrate Daz's Ghost Hunt's return. And if you use the discount code GHOST in the link in the description below when buying your tickets, and it applies to all ticket types, use the discount code GHOST and you'll get 15% off your ticket price when you order. And I'll see you all in America. But for now, we're going to go inside and see what we can get in Chillingham Castle. If you're thinking this location looks familiar, it's because I've been here before, but rather with Sam and Colby.
Today we are here with Alex and Daz from Daz Ghost Hunt.
Oh, we are ready.
So ready, like,
This is amazing. I can't wait.
unbelievable.
Have you heard?
With already investigating with YouTube legends Sam and Colby, we were familiar with the building, and now it was just the two of us. And the chance to hire my own team. So I decided to bring back local historian Neil Stories, who would guide us through the halls of Chillingham and reveal its dark past.
Beautiful friendship began.
Yes, many years ago. How have you been?
Very well, thank you.
Yes?
Enjoying this wonderful castle yet again with good company,
Yes.
good spooks and great stories.
Well, we're waiting for the spooks. We're actually waiting for Alex. I don't know where he is.
After reacquainting with Neil, we were ready to sit down and learn about Chillingham Castle.
Spooky light.
Roll in.
Roll in. All right, we are back in Chillingham Castle with Neil Story, and he is going to give us an epic tour and a little bit of history about the place. So, where are we now, Derek?
Derek.
Derek. Oh no, what's your
You
name?
call me Neil.
Neil.
I'm not seeing a little man. Oh.
All right.
Right.
Where are we? Like, what is this room?
Welcome to Chillingham Castle.
Thank you.
Some people say this is Britain's most haunted castle. You're in the long room at the moment. Very much the place for feasting. Enjoying a night of fine food, entertainment, stories. And on nights like this, what better place for ghost stories and legends?
Yeah, I've got to chill. So, do you have a favourite room in the castle, or a preference to where you would start a ghost hunt? Like, I think that's what the fans want to know. They want to know all the history, and they want to know which is the most haunted room. And just, there's a lot of false history here as well, isn't there? And there's a lot of stories that people tell, and
The stories that we can debunk is this John Sage.
John Sage.
It's a construct. John Sage, there are no historical records that support his existence. How did he come about? Well, people say he came through on Ouija boards or through clairvoyance. Now, I think it's a lot of people willing him to exist.
Well, I've had, like, with spirits like that, if you, don't know if you can back me up on that, Alex, like, you or that might just be movie stuff, when you learn their name, if they're powerful enough, that will destroy them or send them back. You get some sort of control over them or something.
Yeah, I don't think they want you to know their name.
No.
And once you find that out is when you've maybe got control over them.
Yeah.
You have to remember that any type of force, it's an energy, so it's not very easy to destroy it. So this idea of John Sage, that's not the entity's name. If you can find its name, then you stand a very good chance of sending it on its way.
But is there an entity, do you believe, but that it has just been given the wrong name?
I believe it has assumed a name, and because it responds to it when people open clairvoyant channels to it, it will respond to that and feed upon it. The skill would be to find its true identity and send it on its way.
We decided we spent enough time in the Great Hall and wanted to learn more about the other rooms at Chillingham.
Of course, unlike Marcus Brody in Raiders of the Lost Ark, I only get lost.
This guy.
Everywhere has a touchstone.
A touchstone?
Yeah, these are touchstones. These are objects from the past. Everything from spurs to riding boots. All of these things have been worn. They've seen a purpose. They're sporting objects here as well. They're not just things that are here for decoration now. They once had a purpose.
Yeah.
They all have an energy. They've all had excitement. You can imagine some of the rides that they would have had around here, some of the sporting activities. It's a bit good. If you like your trigger objects, you've come to the right place.
You're my favourite tour guide.
We've got a bus. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's glorious. This is a lovely blunderbuss, the sort of thing that would be used on stagecoaches. So if they were set upon by a highwayman, you would have the man at the back who'd sound the horn when they went through the toll gates and approached the toll gates. And if they were set upon by a highwayman, this would be their defence. A flintlock musket. Absolutely wonderful.
There's a lot of stairs in this building.
And up we go.
So where is it that we're going now, Neil?
This is nice for you, Daz.
What's that?
You know what you can do with that?
Prick my finger and...
No, you can sit
Got
and
it.
spin.
Oh, okay. Bloody hell.
It's on this way, Daz.
Oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was this room where people see the chandelier like swinging dramatically on its own.
Absolutely right. This is known as the Edward I room. It's believed to be specially constructed for the king, Edward I, Longshanks, the man known as the Hammer of the Scots. This is the man that fought William Wallace, Braveheart. He took English armies up there, and the Scots whipped him sometimes. Quite, they fought hard. And this castle was a great staging point for when he brought the English army up, so that they could stop, they could make sure that they've got all their victuals that they require, and then they would march on across the border into Scotland, where they would do battle with the Scots.
Crazy history.
So it's not surprising that a man that knows violence, he knows how to send men into battle to their death within these walls. This is history. Chandeliers will flow, but they will also be very misty. And no one's allowed to smoke up here, the candles aren't lit, but it'll be a mist that hovers in the air.
Oh, who knows, we might get a visit from Longshanks in the night.
Well, even the foundation document for the castle here, because you had to have permission to crenellate. Yeah, to put the battlements up on a castle.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I think it resonates history, it resonates the past. So I wonder what you'll pick up here tonight.
Would you say this is one of your favourite locations historically? Because you seem very passionate about everything here.
Wouldn't you be? In the room
Exactly, yeah.
of a true King of England, a man that was absolutely part of that conflict between England and Scotland, And if you search a lot of your DNA, you know, a lot of your ancestors will have been involved at the times of those conflicts, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm the same. Every single piece, like you said, has come from somewhere. It's pathetic, but it's every time I go to a different country, I try to track places like this down and just see all the history. So I'm with you on that one, Neil.
So I would certainly start within these walls and sit quietly, set up your cameras, and see what happens. Because I think that chandelier is going to be a moving tonight.
You do.
I'm no expert, I'm not a medium.
Whilst in the attic room, I was given access to a part of the building that no one's allowed to go to.
How's it like?
It's alright, it's dark, but it does the job. So no one is actually allowed up here. We've just been told on Ghost Hunt, so it's very special to be up here. Look at these like rafters. Like, get some light up on that ceiling, Alex. Look how old it is. Amazing. Are you allowed to sit there? Do you know what? I prefer this to the dungeon that I had in the Sam and Colby vid. That was cold, lonely, and I will 100% take Longshank's room.
This is your special place.
Yes. Well, do you know what though? I think it suits you, Neil.
God bless you, Governor.
Look, Lord.
What an honour it is to be here. But what an incredible place. Surrounded by history.
I'll tell you what, leg day was a thing back in those days, wasn't it? Yeah. They must have had solid legs. Neil, how's your legs doing? You good?
All good. Just enjoying this excellent example of a Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife up there from World War II.
Oh wow. I should walk around with you more often, Neil.
Commando issue.
Yeah, just follow me around in life, Neil. Just point out everything. It's amazing.
We shall do some Ireland.
Yes, we'll go to Ireland.
We made our way lower into Chillingham Castle's bowels.
Last time, I stood in this corner over here, and we had like a lot of taps, a lot of loud noises. I think Sam and Colby as well, they caught a light over near me, but I didn't see it in the final video.
And what's intriguing, this was not always a chapel, but it was set up to represent one, and it's got a lot of chapel objects within
So
it.
what was it before?
Just another room within the castle.
Oh, okay.
But what's intriguing is down there.
Down behind.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What you doing, Daz? You're just out of control again. Look. I just thank God he's got black trousers on this time. That's all I'm saying. Now look, down here, that wooden area there, which is now being used for a bit of storage.
Oh.
It's underneath there. There's a void down there. And when they were doing the restorations here, that's where they found 2 skeletal bodies. So they weren't buried there with any type of ceremony. What they were doing there, we don't know. Were they people who had hidden away in the castle, or were they killed here and disposed of down underneath there?
Were they adults or children, or do we know?
We're not sure, to be honest with you, but I'd love to find out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy when you find bodies like that. It's you just want to know where they come from, like how do they meet their end? And if you said this was just a normal room in the castle, why would there be need to bury them under the floor?
Sometimes bodies end up being buried within walls. Sometimes they even have the sort of story that there's a cutlass through them, or they've been stabbed with a dagger through their chest. Even some of the old London theatres, when they moved some of the walls, claimed they found somebody stabbed to death within the walls. So what they were or who they were, we just don't know. But maybe they will emerge for you tonight.
I think the cafeteria is this way, Neil.
Do you know, I've got all discombobulated.
Yes.
Do you know, tonight I have.
He's all over the place.
I've got discombobulated. No. Are we going down? Yeah. this place for years. It's so very, very quiet. Right. Lead on, Andy.
glasses.
Well, she'll follow you.
I can't.
It's odd. It's one of those nights, and I bet you've done investigations in places you know well.
Oh yes.
And then all of a sudden, you lose track of where you are, and it's odd. It really is odd.
It's a big place. I'm gonna take you home, Neil. It's great. Oh yeah, mind the steps for Christ's sake.
This is the old larder,
Ah.
and this is the scene of one of Leonora, Countess of Tankerville's most famous stories. It's the woman in white.
Okay.
So let's have a little revisit.
Oh look. Whoa. Watch your head, guys.
Now this is a room it's just used for storage now. Look at this lovely vaulted ceiling that you have there.
Wow, it's insane.
So when they put it all away at night, you needed somewhere safe to keep it, and this was it. And in fact, they had so many wonderful silver salvers and objects in here that they would lock a servant in this room with all of those goods overnight.
Wow.
And the Countess records a story of a servant asleep in here, and he's disturbed by a well-spoken lady, a woman in white. He said, water. She wanted water to drink. And he said, oh yes, well, I'll get you some water. And he was getting some water for her. And he suddenly, as he was turning to pass it to her, thought, how did she get in here?
Wow, so she was a spirit. She wasn't.
Was a spirit. She could not have got in here. He would have heard that. You've heard the latch and the...
Yeah, but I think we should definitely set something up in here because we didn't even really investigate this room last
No,
time.
I don't think we even came in here.
Yeah, we'll set up some gadgets. Yeah, Alex has to touch.
I know. Check what they are.
Gotta break it.
Yes.
About 20 minutes or something. Here it is. I was in here when we did the Sam and Colby hunt.
Would you like to have a misty moment memory down
You know,
here,
I think I should
Daz?
go in and be reunited with the dungeon. You know. Oh,
Go for it. It's on the wall.
I remember the marks on the wall. Like that was crazy. Look at the size of this door. I
It's
can barely.
tiny, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can see like yeah, some of the marks on the wall of how long they were in here. Those are all original, right?
They are absolutely original from the prisoners who would be held here.
What light's
Oh,
going
what's
on?
lights going on? What's wrong with the light?
I don't know. It's just started. Is it behind me or you?
No, it's above the door here.
This one's going funny behind me as well.
And it was while we were touching those marks there, marking off every single day.
Are you messing about with the light?
Is someone touching the light?
Not none of us.
The lights go out there.
Stop now.
Move your head on that wire, see if you were making it get electrocuted.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
okay.
we were touching there.
Yeah, you were starting to touch those marks, which are all original, guys. Those were from prisoners that were counting, I assume, the days they were in here. Right?
Days they were in here with their names. But once you're done with them, that's where you go down there.
I don't know where the lights are.
Yeah, so they would chuck prisoners down there?
That's called the oubliette. Wonderful name.
Yes.
And it would go down into a pit below where you would probably break your, if you were unlucky, you'd break your ankle.
How deep is it, like, down there?
It's several feet down there.
With that light going on and off, the switch is right over in the corner. And
Okay.
there's nobody over there.
Is there any wiring issues doing, or is it
Well,
just, yeah?
I stopped doing it now. It was when we walked in, which is a bit strange.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that light's been on for some time, right?
Yeah, all the lights have been switched on so we can do this.
It was very strange.
It was the way it was pulsating, wasn't it? It was going
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
It can be your turn, Alex, in the dungeon.
One of us.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I've got plenty ghosts to work with.
Go sideways. You get up.
Oh.
So gentlemen, you will remember this delightful canal
Yes.
the knob that was stolen from this place. But of course, if you steal anything, be it a knob, or be it a coin, a bell, a shell, an old inkwell, well, this is the witch who protects this property.
Ah, yes, I remember.
So make sure don't steal anything, because if you do, you'll carry a curse.
Don't touch the knob.
Do not touch the knob.
And that's what she's known as, the White Lady.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was that the witch, or was that a separate?
This is a separate entity.
Ah,
The
okay.
witch.
Is she good or bad?
Well, it depends if you upset her or not.
Okay.
So don't upset the witch. Don't steal anything.
I'm gonna try not to. It's tempting though, with all these really nice things, but we won't touch it.
But there's good and there's bad within these walls. Should we complete our tour in the dungeon
Let's do it.
with the torture objects? That's not really a dungeon, and we're not really torture objects here, but it's quite good fun.
All right. Let's do it.
Very good. Andy, to our last destination, please.
Okay, so
Well, here
We're
we
in
are,
what?
gentlemen.
people call this the torture chamber, but it's not, is it?
No, it's not. It's an undercroft, really.
Okay.
But as I say, in the best way that the Victorians loved to entertain their guests, what better than a selection of objects to torture people? Hooray! If the witch would not confess, she would be placed into a barrel and that's spiked within and kicked down a hillside.
Jesus. Except
We've
this time
got
it's cheese.
The famous griddle upon which you would be struck upon there. You see all these pins, you'd be stuck onto that. A fire would be lit. And I believe there are now means available of this. That's where you would roast your ass.
Get closer to that.
Because this is where, if you won't confess, they'll literally roast you on a griddle. They say that burning human flesh smells a bit like pork.
How do you know that, Neil?
I know people have attended fatal fires. Although some people say that when they go, to them, they always fancy a Kentucky Fried Chicken. But I don't know whether we could say that, or some sort of southern flavoured chicken product.
Sponsored by
Yeah, you go to a fatal house fire. Everyone fancies the KFC afterwards. That'll stretch you. That'll stretch the points. You've got chairs, very much like it from the time of the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, is this where they were off with your head?
Off with your head. So here we've got the axe, and you've got your basket to catch it. I love the line in one of the Carry On films where they say, "A letter for you," just before they use the guillotine. You say, "Put it in the basket. I'll read it later."
Classic.
Bloody gold.
Classic.
There it all is, folks.
And this room, obviously, this is all just for like show, and it's amazing. But like, so this room would have been used for like what?
Oh, this is an undercroft that would just give us a bit of shelter. Maybe you needed to keep things cool underneath here. Maybe if you had wagons and the like, you might put them underneath here to stop them, keep them out of the rain.
Amazing.
All sorts of things like that rotted. This is the notion of if you've executed somebody. This is, you gibbet them. It's a gibbet cage, so once they're hanged by the neck until they be dead, the body is parboiled, it is tarred, and then it would be strung up from a gibbet. Now, if you've ever played hangman, that's what you draw. Real executions tended to be carried out on a long bar type gallows, whereas this would be on the gibbets, and it sticks up, sticks down, and this would dingle from it, and it would be erected near the scene of the crime. Normally a murder, a horrible death. And people would come and see what's left week after week.
To remind them, don't murder.
This was a warning to all, but people used to like the skulls because they'd get a sort of mould on the top that you could scratch off and keep in a little jar, and it cured sore throats.
Really?
It certainly did. I rather like that this bone is strapped here. And I'm not quite sure what that's suggesting, gentlemen, but it's a great way to end a night, isn't it? You know, you can't beat a good boner. So, gentlemen,
You can.
it's a family show. It's a family show, lad. So, gentlemen, this
Neil,
has been a bit of fun.
you've been amazing. Thank you for all that amazing history and the laughs. We're definitely, I think the fans are going to want to see you again soon if you'll join us on another hunt.
It would always be a pleasure, Daz and Alex. Look after yourselves, gentlemen, and
Amazing,
have
yeah.
a fantastic night at Britain's most haunted castle.
Any last warnings?
Just be careful. Beware of the dark side. I'm not talking about Empire Strikes Back and Darth Vader. Just be careful out there, folks.
After Neil's fascinating historical tour, he went home, and we were left by ourselves to conduct our own ghost hunt at Chillingham Castle. And off. Last time we were here, we did mostly everything in the light, but now we are in the dark. So now we are going to conduct everything in the dark, and I'm telling you, this place is an entirely different animal in the dark. Look at this room in the dark, Alex. Dude, that's insane. Oh my god, on the night vision it looks crazy.
Really, anyone's here in this room now?
Yeah,
Andy's downstairs, the caretaker.
yeah. And he's staying in one room. We've told him not to move, so we are here completely on our own. Well, maybe if I sit at the head of the table here and we start shouting out some orders. So we got given many of the names of the spirits. The first being the John Sage character, who apparently is a false name. So maybe we can start with him and see what we get. John Sage, are you here with us? If there are any spirits with us that want to communicate, can you let your presence be known? Is there anyone here that wishes to communicate? Would you like some dinner? A feast?
With John Sage, because people say that he's a real person or he's not a real person,
Yeah, we don't know.
or he doesn't respond to that name. But a lot of people come up with whatever, well, with whatever energy is here, people associate that name to him. So that's got a motion sensor which is pointing that way, and that will be covering pretty much to the end of the room. So anything moves over there, the front lights on the
So if I touch the plate, it'll...
so if you touch a plate, that's the REM pod part. That's good.
That's
That
brilliant,
works.
yeah. Yeah, so you don't even have to get near it.
We go over here and see if they want to have dinner.
Yeah.
We'll sit around the table.
If you want to join us... Oh, there's a chair there, Christ.
That's the motion in front of it.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to make a noise in a minute when it starts flashing.
Does it pick up light and infrared, and does that interfere with it?
Shouldn't do.
So that's pointing down that way.
That's not infrared anyway, so if I turn the light on, that doesn't do anything, does it?
I mean, I was here, like... Oh, this fucking chair. Like, I'm waving my hand. See if it catches me from the side. No. Would you like to come grab a plate of food and join us?
That is the plate, that is the plate.
That's the...
Wow.
That's the... Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I literally asked if they want to come and grab the plate.
Exactly on that, my heart's going pounding.
Like, that first beeping...
Yup. See, that's the motion afterwards. You know the music box is motion.
Yeah.
That noise on top is when the REM pod is touched.
So
it's
that's
two different
both
sounds.
something as if something's touched the plate and there's motion
Yeah, and
detected.
there's motions detected as well.
Shall I ask again?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like to come and grab a plate and join us?
I had you on camera as well, you weren't.
Yeah, I was all the way over here.
Yeah, yeah.
All the way over here. I was filming it. Dude, that first one should not do it. Like, this is the first one. So anything that gets close, it makes that noise. And I was all the way over here. And it happened exactly when I asked.
Exactly when you asked. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to do anything.
No.
It was definitely the plate.
And then the motion after it as well. Was that you touching the plate just now?
I'll show you how it works. If I walk
Yeah.
past. Just trying to walk down. There's so many steps everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the motion. See the lights?
Yeah, the light's going off. You can't really see it on the night vision. If I turn night vision off a second, you can see how the lights blink. If you don't want any food and maybe want us to leave, can you give us a nice loud tap? Maybe I can show you. Like this. Can you do that? That might have been me.
That's the motion.
Is that the motion?
Could have been the motion from you tapping.
It could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should leave that there, and if we hear it
Yeah.
when we go upstairs, because we're going to go down there now and upstairs to the what was that?
That's the REM pod. That's someone touching the plate.
Definitely getting something down here. Okay, let's go up to the Longshanks room and see what's up there. It's all the way up the top, isn't it?
I know.
This is where the chandelier is said to move on its own. I have a little seat down here so I'm not moving the floorboards. Okay. If there's anyone here that wishes to communicate, we've heard that you like to move the chandelier above the table. Can you maybe move it for us? Yeah, maybe if you film me, I'll go sit on there. Sitting in this chair or this throne? Is this maybe where you may have sat? Do you like me sitting here? So deadly quiet in here.
It is, isn't it?
We're here, anything, and there is no, it's quite warm, there's no through drafts or air coming through, and all the doors here are really heavy, so if we do hear any big bangs, like, I can't imagine it being.
Can you make a sound in the room? There's so many things in here as well, isn't there?
Yeah, you can just
Actually
see
can move.
shapes in the dark, and it's very, plays tricks on your eyes, but it's just dead quiet and still. I can't even see the chandeliers rocking, like there's no air in here that's moving. Do you like us being in this room? Would you like us to leave? If so, can you make a noise? Maybe tap on the floor like this?
It's like too quiet in a way.
Yeah.
Should try some spirit box in here. Last time we got a few bits, didn't we?
Yeah.
If you want to hold that.
Longshanks himself stayed here. He didn't live here. I was talking to one of the historians, and apparently after the great battle where he ended William Wallace's reign, he just stopped here on the way back like it was an Airbnb. Just a great historic ruler was once here. Maybe where I sat. You never know. Crazy. But they're not here tonight by the looks of it.
I've got a motion sensor. This is a music box.
Okay.
You know the one we used in the cells
Yeah.
last time?
By the way, guys, I see that you point a lot of these things out. These little lights here, they are all just reflections of another light. And sometimes when we're using the infrared, which makes it night vision, and we cross lenses, you can see the other camera's infrared. So these aren't orbs or apparitions.
Did you hear something?
No, I thought that was you moving towards me, right?
I thought I had something over there, like something on the wood.
Are you outside the room? Is that you? What the hell have we summoned? Soul Man. Alright, so we're now going to try our groovy spirit box.
Carry on. Just
Say carry on. You don't want to tell us your name?
So I can hear like a...
You here with us right now?
Our power. Engines
Our power? Sounded Scottish even.
unsafe.
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 Who's unsafe? Are we unsafe?
So we're English, are we safe?
Another artist.
Just.
Try to use our energies to come forward.
Aldridge.
Or Solbridge.
There's a helmet there they said you could put on your head, but it's like a ton weight.
Alright.
It's quite heavy.
I am wearing a helmet.
I look like the Mandalorian.
What I think we can do is leave... I'll leave that camera over there.
Yeah.
I'll leave that one in here. Just recording, and we can go downstairs.
Alright.
Because this is apparently the most active room. I don't like it in here. I don't know if it's just
I'm not getting anything.
the stories people are saying, but it doesn't feel nice for me.
Really?
So I wouldn't want to stop up here on my own, no.
No fucking way. Wait. I was recording as well. That won't have been that.
No, we're not even
Can't have been, I don't
We're
wanna
not even
blind
on
you.
that floor yet.
No. So I don't know if you picked that up on the camera. Hopefully we did.
That's motion. What's it doing?
What sound is that?
God, no.
It's just what? Go.
Hello? Can you step away?
What's it doing? Has it ever made that sound?
No, the other bit's working okay. It's just that malfunctioning. That's the motion sensor on the table.
Because we heard it go off, didn't we? What?
Someone's messing about with it.
Has it ever done that before?
No, I've only used it a few times. It's never done it before. It was just as we were coming down, though, which
Yeah.
is weird. It just
We were just
'cause it worked
laughing.
fine, and then it just started malfunctioning.
Yeah. It's a bit strange.
But I've left it, so that I don't know what was happening with that. I've turned that bit off. It was just as we were coming down as well.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody was startled,
Yeah.
potentially they've come through here
Yeah.
and then set that off.
There's no reason why that should go off, especially malfunctioning the way it did. I've never seen that.
No.
So last time in this location, when we were with Sam and Colby, we were picking up a lot of activity by this door. Our devices were going crazy. So hopefully get the same result. Oh,
So
really big orb. Oh,
yeah.
really big one.
Where?
Right in front of me. That was very big. Oh, another one. Is someone here with us?
After looking at the footage, we captured many orbs, and a mysterious mist kept cropping into frame.
Come and say hello.
Some weird stuff.
On camera.
Is that dust? I don't know. I'll have to look at the footage.
Yeah.
I have a little zoom in and stuff, but the air is very still in here.
Yeah, so I put the SLS camera just on there. That's probably a good way of using it, actually, like that, just having it static.
Yeah, so
If you
just in
walked into
case.
it.
There's someone here, can you show yourself? I don't know, it's like... It's like a glossiness that keeps... I don't know. It's not happening now.
I think these cameras, they're 4K, so they shouldn't pick up dust as such. They're going to pick up the odd thing every now and then, but usually they don't pick up dust.
Is there someone down here with us?
Is anyone who used to work here? You never know. Fucking hell, it's 1:15.
We're nearly fucking done. Alright, we'll try some EVPs in here, since we seem to be having some disturbances. Is there anyone here with us that wishes to communicate? Can you tell us your name?
Can you make a sound in this room?
Is there anyone here with us that wishes to communicate? Can you tell us your name? Can you make a sound in this room?
I just had like a sound.
Someone moving around.
Yeah. I don't know. It's quite loud though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you tap twice again? Must be with the fire, mustn't it?
Yeah.
Let's listen back on this again. We go and walk out in the courtyard just for 2 minutes.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You can bring that camera there if you want, and I'll. I think it might be worth going off on our own, splitting up.
Alright.
So you're going to go to. That's noisy. You go upstairs maybe to the. What's it called? The King Edward room.
King Edward room. Alright.
And I think I'll go to the dungeon.
You're gonna go to the dungeon.
Go to the dungeon.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Find an experiment.
Let's go.
So we're now going to go off and do some alone time in the rooms by ourselves to see if us being on our own stirs anything up. I'm going to go up to the attic room.
Good luck.
And you're going to go to where I was last time, in the dungeon.
Yeah.
See how you get along. Okay. Chandelier hasn't moved all evening.
In here. I'll drop my phone down there. Is anybody in here with me? Oh, Jesus, what's that?
Is there anyone here with me? I'm on my own now. Maybe we can talk.
I'm on my own now. Gonna see if anything is in here. Is anyone here? They used to throw bodies down there.
So, being on my own makes you a little bit more nervous, but at the end of the day, I wasn't really worried about this room. It just feels calm and warm. And whilst by myself in the attic, whilst Alex remained in the basement downstairs, I caught some more light anomalies and eventually some taps. You tried to make a noise for me to let me know you're with me if there's anyone here.
Let's put the Alice box here. Last time Daz was in here, he got some interesting responses on this, so... God, there is a breeze. Is there a window or something up there? Can you come and use this machine? It won't hurt you in any way. It'll just help you talk to me. Will you tell me a word? Give me a message?
Oh, I heard something then. Don't know if the camera would have picked that up. Is that you? Are you with us? Do you want to come and talk to me?
Oh my God, that's so loud. Her again. Sure, we got her earlier. In there, like that pantry room. Is this the female that was with us earlier? Or maybe what happened to you, or your name?
Section.
Section, what does that mean? What are you trying to tell me?
Are you up on the balcony? Can you maybe try to show yourself? I don't think there's anyone up here, is there? Yeah, so we've had a few taps in that corner, but nothing definitive. I'm gonna go back down to the dining room and call it a night. And I wonder how he's getting on in the dungeon.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Is that you saying hello? I don't think hi would have been used. I'm gonna go and find where Daz has gone. See how he got on. Right.
Our ghost hunt at Chillingham Castle had come to an end. We'd hoped for more evidence, but that's how this thing goes. Can't always expect haunted locations to perform all the time. But with the evidence we did catch during our stay, we were convinced that there was more to Chillingham than meets the eye. Until next time, we'll see you on the next episode of Daz's Ghost Hunt.